with a lot of people. So this is what I've been getting. Like something's holding you back or you're holding yourself back within a situation. So this is also a time too, like the inner conflicts have now disintegrated and you're finding more freedom with what your destiny is. All right. Uh, what else can I tell you? Okay, so let's see. Let's give you some clarifications with the cards. Sorry, I'm not all dressed up and God knows what, right? So, let's see. It is what it is. I know. Some people show face and some people don't, but you know, it's if I had a great background, you know? I mean, this is ghetto, all right? Just saying. I'll give you the candles and the incense, okay? All right, let's see. So this is I want to say, I'm playing psychic abilities, okay? I mean, well, not psychic abilities. What are your guides trying to tell you, okay? What is it? What do you need to know in that sense? Like, how are you feeling? I don't know. I just get like this sense of like the calm energy before it really gets popular, you know, vibe. Like you could be in this like, I'm done transforming. Let me take the bull by its horns. You could be done with the situation. I will say that somebody who's, you know, treated you and dismissed you or discarded you, and it's kind of backlashing on them now. I think that tarot is great. I do have a book here that talks about how it originally started, right? The analysis of the cards, and I think there's a lot of tarot readers, and you know they read the cards, right? But then there's a lot of it's more like you needing a confirmation or validation of your own self, right? I have a book that talks about that, on being a real person, and commitment and contradictory. And when you commit to yourself and being your true self, that's when you're integrated in your whole, right? Without anybody. So, but the gypsies started the tarot. So I'll just give you a brief introduction here. So when the gypsies arrived in England, they were uncertain. There were laws. And so Henry here, he was like the 8th or something. He actually, so they called these the devil picture books, okay? The cards were brought by home returning warriors. They were used for amusement and gambling, right? And so I'm not going to get too philosophical, but the research of these, they're actually playing cards, and they started using them as playing cards. So this has a lot to do too with calling themselves the outlandish people who were the Egyptians. So with those who profess a craft or trade but go in great numbers, kind of thing. So I'm just going to read you a little bit, brief synapse here. The gypsies would carry these tools, right? These volumes saved from the burning library of the Book of Enoch, and Thoth the tarot became wanderers upon the face of the earth. So if you know like the Greek gods like Thoth, so this is also saying remaining a people apart from an ancient language and birthright of magic and mystery. So tarot itself is derived from two Egyptian words, ter, meaning road, and ro, royal. So the tarot constitutes the royal road to wisdom. In the history of the magic, here it talks about the French society and how the Egyptian mysteries, wherein were the 22 major cards, right? And I'm just going to cut to the chase here. So this is very hermetic. So tarot cards, Egyptians used them and have employed the tarot cards in their rituals. Okay? It gave them validity. All right, in a way that helped them be satisfactory to establish circulation. The drawings in the cards are not only modern, but the symbolism itself savors of French rather than Egyptian influence. Okay, so here's the thing: the tarot is actually Rosicrucian. I can't even talk today. Well, you know what it is: Rosicrucian symbolism. So Christian, basically, kind of thing. Possibly the very book of universal knowledge of the members of the order to claim process. All right, so the word rhoda in arrangement of its letters becomes tarot. All right, the ancient name of these first mystery cards. So WFC has discovered the evidence that Sir Francis Bacon employed the tarot symbolism in his ciphers, the number 21, 56, and 78. Those numbers could be very specific to you since I'm reading this today for you. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, these are also directed to in the divisions of the tarot deck are frequently involved in the Bacon's cryptogram. So now we have crypto that came out, right? And so you'll know, right, why that occurred. Okay, so in the Shakespearean 1623, Lord Bacon appeared 21 times on the page 56 of these histories of the Columbus of literature. It gets really deep in talking about the emblems and the meanings and how the divine chemistry of how transmutation and regeneration through these cards have an analogy. Not only, but they help, I don't want to say help. It's the division of the human body in the magical constitution of man. Basically, these cards are considered hieroglyphics representing principles, law, power, or elements of nature, with one agent operating upon another as vowels and consonants. Okay, an imprisoned person, writes Levi Eliphas, with no other book than the tarot, if he knew how to use it, could in a few years acquire universal knowledge and would be able to speak on all subjects with unequaled learning and exhaustible eloquence. So, this has a lot to do with the major trump cards and the Book of Revelations and the Apocalypse of St. John. All right. So it's in the Hebrew alphabet, 22, right? Consists of 22 parts. So when Levi had wrote the books, they divided them into sections. So the major trump cards portray incidences from the Book of Revelation, if that makes sense. The left to the right goes into each of the cards, right? With the Fool card and the unknowable first cause is the Fool, right? And it's the 0 card. And that's actually represents the creative power surrounded by 7 triads of manifesting divinity. So 0 is meaning eternal power, of which the 21 surrounding manifesting aspects are limited expressions. But the 21 trumps, right, be considered as limiting forms of abstract of the 0 card common denominator. So the answer is apparent here that the Fool card is likened to material universe. So when you get the Fool card, this is the lower universe. It's also explaining the jester is a shadow. The world is a Mardi Gras. Man's evil habits therefore actually become the unconscious preparations of the philosophical percepts. So each of the cards here is wrapped in a symbolism of its 0 card. So I just wanted to clarify that before I start pulling cards. So you have a little bit of understanding of how each of the cards, like with the globe and the staff, the globe is for intelligence, the staff is the human spine. So when it's juggling, right, when someone's juggling with the first card there, right, the first number trump card, wise, direct energy. So I'll clarify a couple of the cards that I go through as well, so you can get a gist of it. If you're trying to learn tarot, it's pretty simple. Like, the Empress is born again. People think that the Empress is this kind, loving person, but really in reality, the Empress is crowned and she is called generation. She's the spiritual triad. She is the alma mater. And so it's almost like symbolizing like giving birth to something, right? An Empress. That's the threefold world that you, if you do get the card, the Empress, right? This is the generation of what you need to bring forth as a reminder of truth to but here it is talking about yeah, so okay, well, anyway, I'm just gonna post this up. Let's go through the cards. Hopefully that made sense. Hierophant, yeah, everything's not what it appears to be when you do listen to other tarot. It's, I don't know, it just seems like they beat people up, you guys. So they're like, and they got an itchy butt, and who is this guy? And, you know, it's like they're just ranking on the axes and the, oh my God, and people. But, you know, I understand if the cards show up, right? If it's a love reading, yes. I don't know. Let's just see what the collective needs to hear. This is for you to see what your guides have to say to you, okay? I'll just leave it like that. This is for you to see what your guides want to say. Anything like that nature. And what's your purpose? What are you here for? You're not here for, I mean, we're all here for love, but love isn't going to sit. Love of a relationship is not going to be the top of our game here, okay? You know what I mean? We all desire different things too, so you just have to be cognizant of where are you at in your life. Do you feel, you know, confident in yourself? That's going to be the main key here. Knight of Cups, moody and jealous. So to me, this person is not so I think somebody is jealous of you. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we know that. I've made that clear in the beginning. Somebody's not happy about the fact that you're closing the cycle off with them. Paranoid, feeling hesitant. There's defensiveness. So I think they played a game with you, caused you to be moody, caused them to be moody, caused some psychological, mental issues. Two of Swords. So purpose. So you can't see what your purpose is because you're stuck here in feeling hesitant about something with your Two of Swords. And your Swords is communication. You're being blocked within your communication in terms of difficult decisions and what to make to take action, thinking you're gonna take a really bad scenario, right? So what your guides are kind of telling you here, a decision that you need to do, you need to commit to it for balance, or it's just gonna stay where it's at. You're just gonna stay where you're at, okay? Let's see. But if this is a person, you cut them off and they're not happy, or you're in the Knight of Cups and you need to find some, your finances need to improve and you need to take some action to, because there's right now you're focusing on the wasted efforts and limited success in a career or with a person, but try not to stay. This is like you have all these choices and you're like, oh my God, what happened? I was so focused on that person, or I was so focused in another position, I didn't see this, right? I honestly think that there's a part of you that you're thinking like, oh, you know, I'm investing my time and effort in a long-term goal, but you're not sure about that goal. And I think this is why we're having the meeting right now here. So happy Thursday. Temptation, confusion, and diversion. Don't be tempted to go back to something, whether it's a job or a person. Two of Cups, breaking up, imbalance, and tension. Yeah, so you're done. If you're listening to this, you're done with something. This could be you're turning a new page in how you're seeing yourself. Twos are about cups with yourself too as well. So your higher self is calling you in to find some balance and release any tension and break up any areas that have caused some hurt and pain in your love life, because the cups represent that. So, and if this person had, was in your life, that was a Two of Cups, and you're like, damn, I thought it was right, but they didn't take you as an opportunity. So, Four of Wands, tension, instability, difficult home life. That's what you've conquered. That's what you've conquered. And that person could have conquered the same thing. But your tension and instability of difficult home life expresses you're trying to find some fulfillment, family, communities. You need to work on, I think your guides are telling you, your projects need to be taking action. If you're not, you need to, I know if you don't have, you need to, this is like Seven of Pentacles is like, well, I tried to take some planning, but it's a slow growth, right? And then you're like, dang, the wasted efforts that I put in caused this limited success that I'm just kind of stuck in. So I think you've given your energy away to many people, and I think right now is kind of like you build yourself back up, and now you're in go time. And we got the World, so something's not completed. This has to do with your purpose. You need to complete your purpose here. And if this is with a person, it may never be no closure. This is a no closure, just on red, right? Or you can't close a cycle out with someone still, right? Maybe this could be somebody that you know as well, with the King of Wands. Yeah, you can't close out with somebody who's a fire sign. Now I see this as another person. This is more of a person who's more of like I don't want to say domineering or controlling, but they take action. Yeah, and so this could be why it's not closed out, and you're having confusion, and it could be causing you some issues in your money, right? How to make money. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Debt, overwork, living beyond means. Yes. Try not to overspend. Your guides are trying to say, hey, you're in a situation right now where you need to figure out where are you going to get your finances and resources. It's all about gaining internal resources to get your external, right? So where's that focus? Your passion, moral or physical order. Okay, so this is about your subconscious needs to pass. You can't feel blocked at this time because you could be a little bit under the weather or ill and going through some financial, or trying to get your finances back to normal. I think you're taking a time out before you actually get busy. I do. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. You have the Eight of Cups, escape, change, and transition. So you want to escape something, but I don't know if you're possibly going to. Two of Wands, fear of the unknown. Yeah, you're not going to. Let's give you one more. What's the collective need to know? What are the guys trying to say? So don't go back to that person. And you're still with another person that you're gonna have to stay in the cycle a little longer. Let's clarify how long. How long with this person? Because it could tell us how many years. Remember, that other person was had poor communication, immature. This one's mature, very strong-willed. Principles are in check. I think you're just not happy in the relationship of. It's not romantic. It could be more that it needs to be platonic, but it's romantic. The Chariot. All right, number 7. You could be maybe 7 months longer, 7 years, or 7 days. Yeah. So. This is your vehicle. Once your Chariot is good, this is your health. This is your vessel. And when the Chariot's not taking any action in their life, they're going to stay stuck. And so because it's in a reversal, either that or you're going to be in the situation if you don't take any action and get your health in check. This means you're lacking direction. So some people can like be in your life, right? And you're like, they could be like throwing your whole experience of what you need to experience in your own way by you associating with them, living with them, whatever it is, right? Let's clarify the Chariot. This is like your health is not okay. In some regard, you can't get your body. This is like scarcity mindset too, right? In the book, in the Buddhist book, it talks about Arjani and he's like, I'm not going, I'm not leaving my chariot in battle. Ten of Swords. I think if you go, okay, we follow the Chariot with the Ten of Swords. So if you've experienced a crushing failure, betrayal, or disaster, this is why it's bringing you to your knees to not go anywhere, because you've hit rock, because you were in rock bottom. And so endings, defeat, and release. I think you're just like, I surrender, so I'm going to stay put, right? With the job or in the situation because of whatever has happened to you that brought you down. Let's give you a couple of these to clarify, and then we'll close it out. Oops, sorry. It says I got these other cards too, so I was trying to see. Just seems like you're not owning up to your potential. You're playing it small, or somebody wants you to play small. They don't see your value and your worth, and they kind of could have financial obligations over you or coming in because you have money, and that's why they keep coming back. But you've closed the cycle on that person. Karmic, third party. You learned your lesson. There was a third party with that person. Oh boy. Okay, chain, codependency, unhealthy attachment, and weighed down. Now, that could be the feeling that you have, or this person feels like they're chained to somebody else, and that could be it. But I think you could also have this codependency with that King of Wands. This is a rebound, so this is also explaining to someone's real flighty. They kind of like their options, and you're over it. You're fed up. We're going to give you a couple of these as well. Maybe some more clarifications. So what's the purpose here for the guidance? What do your spirit guides want you to know? So, oh, we got the speaker. I am Master Education. I think you guys got to go back to school for something or learn something new that's going to help you develop a craft or a skill. And this could be something that you're doing in the, I have said this before, in health, healing arts. The guy's kind of naked. But yeah, I think this is something where it's like number 5 means also, what is it, for change? Let me look. 5 in the speaker, so 5 is about, let me look at this one. The number 5. I wrote that down a while back. Oh, challenges. So you're going to be challenged in how you're going to communicate. You need to communicate, or somebody's challenged in their communication. Something about speaking. It's going to be really important. Or right? Like what you need to say and how you need to say it. If you do eventually need to make some moves within a situation, if you're in it, like boundaries, like this is what I need to do, this is what I want, right? To create some financial security for myself if we're going to be in this relationship together, right? If it's like you're just stuck, right? And it's been 7 years, or you've been with that other person here, the ex, and you've known them for 5 to 7 years. Let's just give you a couple more. What is this spirit, guys? What are they trying to tell us? Maybe you need to work on your communication in I think that if you're not using your voice, you need to. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I was so sick, you guys. God. Like, it took me so long to get back here. Okay, let's kick the cards 3 times. Alright. You have, okay, it's time to take some action, number 1. So, a new thing that you're going to start is going to create some kind of, you're going to get the resources you need, number 1. Right? The master of the show. Number 1. The first motion of creation. This is a really good card to have. You're gonna be like, you're gonna figure out which ways you need to juggle, how you want to be seen in the world, right? Do you want to have a mass following and go viral? You know, do you want to, I mean, I guess I don't understand some people what they do for a living. Okay, I really don't. I will never understand it. I could never do certain things that people do. And vice versa, right? I could never tell people lies, right? Like, oh, this is what the, you know, it's like, yeah, I see, you could see people and they're just another video, another, you know, view, another, I don't know. It kind of, after a while, you're just like, I need something real. I need substance. Don't tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear, right? 20, the knower. So your soul consciousness. Oh, I should get the book. So this is a major arcana. Okay. All right, let's read this one. So your guides are probably telling you something here about you're knowing something. You're coming into fruition of what you need to do. That's going to help you if you communicate something to begin and take action and confirmation. Yellow is here with the physical consciousness. You need to expand your, so physically meaning like getting physical, right? You know, abs are made in the kitchen, but this is also saying like first you gotta, you know, use your muscles, right? And then, you know, it's also going to help the neuroplasticity of your brain as well, exercise. But it's going to help you increase what you need to know, which is what you need to create of something that's been through certain lifetimes, that you've come down here because you have something that's information. This is like, this is about talking about an upcoming event. You need to develop an event or have an upcoming event. There's something that you know right now, but it hasn't, it's kind of like it's forming, but it's not there yet, like an idea, presenting something, or I think you know the truth is that you have the potential to make your world change. And the only way I could see why tarot is so big is because you have to first change the opinion of yourself, okay? Don't forget I said that first. And what tarot does is gives that person who's watching that the opinion to themselves in that validation, and then they're able to make the changes outside in the physical world once they, you know, hear it over and over, right? Like you're confident, you need to make some change here if you haven't, or focus on this. Yeah, okay, so and if you do decide to, you know something about, you could be a Libra or Gemini or Taurus, pair of cheers. Green is emotionally, you know something to start a new beginning where you could use your skills of communication or health. If you need to go back to school, it's going to help you to get to be rich, basically. Okay? Let's read the number 4 for you. So, you will be stable and secure if you choose to. Now, this could take you for years. Okay, I'm not going to lie. YouTube is such a, I mean, let's be real. You know, you can have your 20 million hits, right?